This is Lansdowne Road, the voice of the fans. You're very welcome to another episode. This is a very special one, of course. This is the Luxembourg against the Republic of Ireland pre-match. And as you can tell, myself and Connor, we're actually here in Luxembourg. And I can touch you, Connor. Look, I can touch you. And Martin, I can't
Weirdo.
touch you, is in London. Now, before we get started, just want to remind everybody, if you want to head over to want to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit that like button as well. Head over to our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter account. And we're just far away actually from 2,300. So if you're watching it, get us back up there. Martin, how are you doing in London? You haven't flown in just yet, have you? You're going to come the day of the game, or?
Yeah, coming over tomorrow morning. So looking forward to it. Yeah, early start, but I've seen the weather looks quite nice over there, and you two haven't got suntan yet, but don't know what you're
he's not able to, but anyway,
just you wait and see.
It's going to be bright red. It's quite nice over here. It's so first time in Luxembourg, and it's so clean. Everything makes sense, and as a Dubliner, that is just
Except
alien to me.
Prices are a bit. I couldn't get a bus this morning. Didn't turn up.
That's because it was bank holiday. It's bank holiday, by the way, here today in Luxembourg, so that's why. It's a Sunday. It's obviously a Sunday service, isn't it? But anyway, but yeah, Martin, what time are you flying in at?
Early start tomorrow. I think I'm at the airport about 6 o'clock. 8:20 flight from Heathrow. So I'm sure there'll be a few of the Irish fans on that from London travelling over. Yeah, looking forward to it. I was there obviously for the 3-0 win under Stephen Kenny. Nice little stadium, isn't it? It's quite nice.
It's lovely. Yeah, you get the tram right to the ground. Yeah. So the main tram, 20 minutes, fantastic. None of this bus nonsense. But yeah, no, we've just had the press conference, and the full press conference will be available tonight. We've got an 11 p.m. embargo here, so does that? I never asked. Is that 11 p.m. Luxembourg time or Irish time?
Probably Irish.
So midnight tonight, we'll have to release it.
So 11 p.m. Stop being all
walk.
Everyone watching at home.
Well, because we got the time zone here, so we are an hour ahead over here. So we will have the entire press conference tonight for you on the YouTube channel. So do have a look at that. But the only news really, Martin, is that all players are fit. All 24. It was a bit of a scare with Joshua Honohan. But no, he trained. We watched the training session there. Very interestingly, they opened it up for the full hour. Normally you just get 15 minutes, but they said no, you can stay for the full hour. So, which kind of
you two don't really know what's going on.
Oh yeah, you need a coach there, Martin. Yeah.
Did you know I picked it? I picked the team.
Yeah. He picks the team. Yeah. No, but I think that's kind of a clear indication of the difference between this camp and maybe the last camp, where this camp is very relaxed. I haven't watched the training camp under Heimer before because he changed. It used to be the night before the match or the evening before the match, and I would just literally go from the airport straight to the stadium. But now it's obviously first thing in the morning. We've altered our times, and the players seem relaxed, good spirits, joking around, very very chilled out. Where it was probably a little bit. The impression I got under Stephen Kenny was very, drill sergeant, and maybe a little bit, was a little bit uptight. But no, it's just, and they all seem to be in good form, and yeah, everyone trained.
All right.
Yep.
Good to hear.
The king is in and in, Martin.
Yeah, how do you do that, Boston?
I said in the match review the other day that he needs to come into the squad, and it's a pity he's not in the squad. And then Heimer agrees with me.
Jay, why don't you put a social media post up about it?
I did.
Jesus Christ. No, he did look very good in training out, Bosun. They finished up with the, what was it? Little 11-a-side, was it? 7-a-side?
It was 2 11s.
2 11s on
There's
it.
24 players, so what they swap one
on a condensed pitch, yeah.
But it was interesting. Martin, I don't know if you listened back to the presser. He said that John and Paddy have spoke a lot about Boston, and it's a good opportunity really to bring him in. So obviously it's not just me talking about him. It's not just Prendy. Dave, I don't think he knows who he is. But other than that, yeah, it's good crack. I'm glad he's in.
Yeah, no, he did look good. They look very sharp. What they were training, like you see what they're trying to do. Like what they were. I'm not surprised what they were doing in the Senegal game. You could see they were working on that. The diagonal balls and just
attacking the wide areas, aren't they?
Yeah, trying to just get the ball into the box. Like yeah, it's good. It's very, very good. But yeah, no. So look forward to tomorrow. Obviously, he was asked, can you give us an indication? And it's like, no. So he plays cards close to his chest, as you'd expect.
He did say he'd make a few changes. He said he's going to make a few changes.
Did he?
Starting lineup.
Yeah.
Don't take notes of these things, Dave. If you're there.
Yeah, you think you
Listen, I was operating the camera, right? I've got my tech crew on. He was the one sitting in there. You got to ask a question as well, didn't you? And guess who we asked him about?
Boston.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought he was getting like a little communion, like his little communion suit on.
Martin, I won't be happy.
I think he will start. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think he'll start, but I think he'll come on.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it is exciting. I know the players don't want to kind of be there in a sense today. Like, I know that brilliant result the other night, but it's the worst time of the year now for them. These June windows, as management have said as well. But yeah, they do. Yeah, if they're there, you might as well play. And there's a big, positive kind of feedback, I think, on the result the other night. I think though, interestingly, this game, it'll be interesting what Luxembourg, how they approach it, and it'll be a different challenge to it. I don't think it'll be an expansive game in the sense like watching a bit of England the other day, when Andorra just sat in. We need to be able to break down teams who do that. Now, I don't know if Luxembourg will do that, but that will be a challenge later. I don't think they will, but it was very interesting watching England really struggle.
Why were you watching England?
I'm a big football
were you at
fan.
the game?
Sorry,
go on, Martin.
No, I wasn't on
England home away.
It's just time for the anthem, Martin.
I did, yeah.
That's why I didn't go.
But no, these games.
Andorra.
Yeah. Fresh from Barcelona.
Yeah, you've a bit of a tan on you there, Martin. Like,
yeah,
you were in Barcelona, yeah.
I was, yeah. But no, it's just interesting. That will come in time with this team. That some teams will, just sit in against us. I think you got to move the ball quicker and stuff, and that's where our players will really have to kind of learn and stuff. It might not be a challenge for this game. And you can see, like you said there, Dave, the idea is that he's, get the wide players into it. I'm hoping we see more from our set pieces, because I think that's still a massive threat for us with our height. Jake O'Brien, Collins, O'Shea. We've got to work on that delivery a lot better, because I was really disappointed with that the other night. That was the one negative for me. So yeah, I'm hoping now we will.
We're very big. Physical, they're a very big physical side, this Ireland team. You haven't seen that for a while. We've always been quite
seen that
very small side. Like, you've got Bosun as a big guy, Jake O'Brien, like, what, he's 6', how tall is he? 6'5", is he 6'7"?
Jake Bryan's 6'6".
6'6". I was close. And you can see, like, you got the two big lads up front as well. You got, Ida, you've got Ferguson, like big units, and we should be working the wide area. We should be getting the ball into the box, and you got those lads, onto the head or whatever, and hopefully with Bosun, I'd like to see him start. To me, he looked sharp. I was watching him. He did look
fit. Heimer did say he is fit, so
he looked fit. He looked sharp. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did start tomorrow. I'd like to see it, and I don't see really why not. But yeah, no, I think as well, the way you're talking about England trying to break it down, trying to play football. I think if we take a more direct approach, we wouldn't have that problem. If he's just playing it out wide, just getting the balls.
Yeah, but if the team sits in deep against you and just protects the edge of the box, like low block, for all the kids out there.
Low block.
You have to be able to break that down. You have to move the ball quickly, and if you've got to find a way and open them up and switch it very, very quickly. We did go more direct the other night. That was, and it really worked because Adamid done a lot of running behind. I thought it was good. So, but I don't expect Adamid to start. To be honest, I think he will make changes, and he's one I think will come out.
I think Ferguson will start tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
he looked good. Ferguson looked sharp.
They all look sharp, in fairness.
Yeah, and again, just very relaxed. Couldn't get over how jovial they were, just kind of kidding around in the just having fun, bit of crack. So the camp seems to be in good mood, but yet again, that's a lot of that is down to the manager. He's so relaxed, and it was a nice, pleasant press conference. Like no zingers, no controversies, sadly.
Well, I think just in respect to kind of the press over there as well, who's asking questions. There was a few spiky people in the background in the past, wasn't there? So they're not there anymore. I'm just being honest. They were right to, you've got to call out the management when things aren't working well. But there was that little element. They were fantastic watchers in a sense, because people asked the questions. It wasn't just the fan loving like it is with Connor.
No, do you know it was so funny, Martin? Right, when we came here, and you can see my accreditation there. Oh yes, of course. Came up and he had everyone's name. Didn't have his name. He didn't have his name. You haven't made it just yet.
If you do that again a little bit, and we can clip that, and it will look like the Sistine Chapel where the hand is pointing down, hand of God.
But anyway, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this now. I just want to see a little bit of experimentation. Obviously, like he's going to want to, maybe I went a bit mad with that. Well, no, I mean, I would like to see him experiment. I'd like to see who we have in the fringes, but he'll obviously want to keep that momentum going now. Like if we get out of this unscathed tomorrow, obviously want to win. That's 4 games on the bounce. We're undefeated. I don't think we've had that for a while, have we? Mr. Statman over there.
Martin
Statman John. Go on.
We haven't gone undefeated in 4 in a long time yet.
In a very long time. He's a bit, sorry folks.
A bit jaded.
Yeah, he was out last night and not a lot of food.
I wasn't last night. It was during the day. I'm just hungry. I'm starving. We haven't ate yet today.
We are starving.
I haven't had much water. Because there was a bank holiday last night. Everything was closed at like 8
Everything
o'clock. So
was
I couldn't get
closed.
to the shop to buy a bottle of water. So there was only water in the one bottle in the fridge.
Everything's closed over here. It's a beautiful city though. Like the hills, the views, like it's fantastic. It's a beautiful city, and the free transport's mad. But I'm staying in the funky part of town, Martin. There's a few gentlemen's clubs around the corner. Just saying. Might make a man out of Connor.
Bring a night shift.
Nah, Jesus. I'm right near the central station, and that's apparently my mate who will be watching this. He was stay with in Sorts. He is from Luxembourg, Jay, and he was telling me that's probably the roughest part of Luxembourg, and it's like,
and that's where you just settled in.
That's where
I think you're a local.
It's not on a naming street, I'll tell you that. Jesus. It is lovely. I'm really looking forward to this game tomorrow. And of course, just a reminder, we will be live before the kickoff. It's 8:45 kickoff, Connor?
Yeah. Well, not for people watching at home.
8:45 kickoff local time, 7:45. So we will be live 6:45 Irish time, obviously for the pre-game, and then of course after the full time for the aftermath. And so yeah, kind of. But we talk
Martin's team he wants to see tomorrow.
Okay, right. Is this what we want to see?
Yeah, we want to see.
All right.
Okay. I've gone with Kelleher in goal to start with. I do want to see a goalkeeper change.
Oh, gee, you set him off, man. No. You set him off, like.
No.
Right.
I do want to see Kelleher. Like, I think it's important. Again, that's that continuity thing. But I think it's important. Like, what?
Poor Max. You don't think Max deserves a start? He's been here 6 years. He's never won. So you want to drop Kelleher? You bad bastard.
Oh yeah. Thinking about it, and the goalkeepers. Yeah.
No. You want Kelleher? All right.
You want Kelleher? Go on.
Yeah. No, going back.
Well, this is what I think I will see. That's what I've gone with. Do you want me to say what I want? Or what
yes, a bit of mixture. You can mix it between.
Right.
everything.
Okay. All right. Jake will start on the right of the back three in a sense. Collins will start as well, and I think he will go with O'Shea as well. I've got no problem with Bamadelli coming in there as well for getting some game time as well. I think he will go with Brady on the left. Still, we'll do that because of set pieces and the threats of that. I think he'll go with Festi on the right. I'd like to see Boston starting centre mid with Knight, because I think Knight gives a bit more experience in there than playing him alongside Cousin Will. Casey McAteer, I want to see what he can do on the left. And then Troy up front behind Ferguson. There you go.
Troy's playing it. You want Troy as the 10 behind Ferguson?
Yeah.
Go on, Dave.
Go on, Connor. I'm the host.
So I want Josh Keeley in goal, Boston Oval, right back, centre back, the other centre back, Andy Moore, and playing every position in midfield, and then Ferguson in front. I want to see O'Leary. I'll give him 60 minutes. He's lucky he's getting 60 minutes, I think, and then Keeley can come on, and then I'd have O'Brien, Omo Bamadelli, Collins, Scales, and then Brady or Manning. It depends how fit Brady is. If Brady can't start, I'd throw Manning at left back just to put him there, and he can push up as that wing back in the 3-4-2-1. And then I'd have probably just Knight in the small bone in midfield, Casey on the right, Moore as that left 10, Troy Powers as that right 10, and Ferguson up front. I want to see Boston start, but I think it's just unrealistic to even put him in a preferred 11. Same with like John Patrick and Phillips. But hopefully the lads who didn't make their debut the other night will make their debut tonight or tomorrow. And we'll see Boston play as well. I think he'll make probably, I say he'll probably make 4 changes, 5 maybe at max, will he? But he probably want a bit of continuity. I know Collins done the presser today, but that was arranged like over a week ago. So I don't know if he can take too much for it.
And knowing that this will be an experimental game anyway, like he's going to experiment a little bit. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd like to see. I think Max deserves 6 years. He's been called up, he hasn't played a game. Deserves a chance, and maybe you can see Josh come in for. It depends really how the game's going. Like if we're 2 or 3 up, then yeah, he might change the goalkeeper. Yeah, I think back 4. I'd like to see Andrew Amabamidele come in. I don't really maybe give Scales a go, or maybe go with O'Shea or Collins there.
The only thing I'd say is just on Scales and Amabamidele, it's not really experimenting too much by bringing them in because they've all both played quite a few games for Ireland.
No, but I just want to see.
It's the big difference if he starts throwing in Phillips, John Patrick more, and lads who haven't really played. So it's probably more realistic to see Amabamidele and Scales both play, and obviously O'Brien. I think we all know O'Brien will play.
But Brian right back, give him a go there, and on left back, I'd like to see Josh Honohan start. I know he was a bit of an injury doubt, but apparently he's okay. He seems to be a lot better. He seemed to train okay. I just want to see what he's like. I don't think you're gonna, I don't think it's obviously we need to keep the momentum going, but I don't think you're really putting that at great risk by putting Josh Honohan in there as a left back, because we might need him throughout the campaign, because we're very, very light on left backs, especially with Robbie Brady now getting on. Midfield, I'd like to see Boston start. I think he could do a job there. Boston maybe with Jason Knight. No. In the centre, I think it'd be good.
Why is it the 2 people that I don't love Boston put him in the revered 11 and I haven't?
Exactly. And you, Annie Moore, and put him in defence. Jesus. The other day in a 0-0 draw.
I didn't put him in defence. I said he'd make a last-ditch tackle to win the game.
And then, you said
as your highlight and what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
You didn't want to see Ireland win. I just want to see a slide tackle, please.
Needs to get out more. I'm going to take him down to the Gentlemen's Club later on. Let him get out a bit more. But also, Casey McAteer again. I want to see him because he didn't get a lot of minutes last season. Really, he was by injuries. Want to see him continue. Maybe Festy. Give him a Festy a go.
I would start Festy, but it seems like he's not fully fit.
He's not fully.
I think he'll give him half an hour off the bench. Or 45 minutes.
He will play again. He'll probably play 45 minutes. I reckon. He'll just slowly bring him in, and Evan Ferguson up front as well. And I think that's it. Yeah, any more?
Powered,
Powered
not in your 11.
I'd probably like to see. Yeah, Parrott and Ferguson.
I think they both have to start. I think you just have to give the 2 of them a start over this window. I think it wouldn't. I don't think it would go down too well. But even if Ferguson played half an hour again, I don't think he'd be too happy playing another half an hour.
No, a minimum 45 minutes or 60 minutes maybe, because obviously you get that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to.
I mean, look, he is in the shop window ultimately. He is. Whatever way you look at it,
a few of them are
trying to do some business, aren't they? So, there's a few players looking for moves and things. So, I think it's important, I suppose, so they get them chances and need game time as well, and to be kind of the management. I've got to show that these lads are in their plans as well as, like you said, and Max O'Leary. It's a good point. 6 years, you've got to kind of reward someone for that.
He has to be rewarded,
and apparently, his attitude's been top notch. Top notch, isn't it? Like he's just got on with it. He's supposed to. I've never met the lad, but from what I've heard, he's an absolute smashing guy. He loves it. He just loves traveling with Ireland, and he's just
be rewarded at some stage. No,
I totally agree with that. Predictions for tomorrow,
Martin?
I think it's really important we get a win, and I'd even go so far as to say a convincing win. Like I said, watching England the other night, my not my thing. No, but watching England, they're criticised for, but we've got to be sending out a message basically to Hungary. I expect 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
Connor.
7-0, no 2-0.
2-0. Yeah, I got 2-0. I reckon 2-0. I reckon be comfortable.
Who's your goal scores?
We'll score from a set piece now that I've said it, and that will be Jake O'Brien, and I think Casey might get one, and Ferguson.
I think Ferguson will score, and probably Casey and Ferguson. He's looking sharp.
I have Ferguson, Boston, and Andy Moore in last ditch slide tackle.
Well,
do you think Andy has any chance of starting?
Not really. No, he'll come on. Obviously, I don't think he'll start.
I think you'll see Phillips again as well. I'd like to see him again because it's brilliant.
A bit interesting though is, will he just want to stick with that left hand side that he's kind of happy with of Manning and Brady, or will he try and experiment a wee bit there? It'd be nice to see a bit of experimenting. Even take one of them out of lineup, or even play Manning as the wing back as such, and then play someone else as the left sided like 10, because we don't want to just keep seeing that over and over. One of our lads give him a chance.
Yeah, there you go. Right, we'll leave it there, chaps. Thank you very much. As you can see, we're in the press conference room. It was just about an hour and a half ago.
Sponsored by Volkswagen.
Yeah,
many Irish over there yet, lads?
No, there was there was very little yesterday.
There's one guy giving out. That's his name, Cameron, on Twitter. Big Daddy. Yeah, he was giving out because they don't like sing songs in the pubs over here. Apparently.
They don't.
Yeah, this is a very quiet, peaceful.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give a little bit of a word of warning. Sadly, to like the Irish fans going over there from the last experience we had, they will gladly let you into an area like a restaurant or anything, and they'll just bring drinks down to you when you order them, and then they'll kind of want it as a tab kind of thing, and then you got to be very careful. Try and pay them when you order because they roll drinks onto it, and also they'll go, "Oh, there's a table just left there with you." We got stung for that before as well. In some of them ones up, it was up the kind of top of the kind of town as far as it was. Not before we walked kind of down towards like the pig kind of place was a meeting point last year. But yeah, just be wary of it because, I mean, there's not going to be loads and loads of us there, but don't get ripped off. Don't get drawn into a kind of running the tab at a restaurant table and then you don't know what they're adding to it.
There you go. I remember that happened to you in Paris. That was funny.
Yeah, it happened again there as well. I mean, these places, they don't know how to cope with fans and they just take the piss then and you're in a loss with your argument, basically.
I remember that when I walked down with the coffee and I met Martin with my coffee and the guy's like, "What? No coffee? No, you're not allowed with coffee?" He's like, "What, really? Yes, really. We serve coffee here. You have to buy the coffee in here." Went, all right. Went in, threw the coffee away, took my drink. Can I have a cappuccino? We have no coffee. Like, yeah. Anyway, right. We're going to leave there, Martin. Thank you very much, Connor. Thank you as well. We're going to go off and grab some food. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that like button. It really does help. Head over to our Facebook, Instagram, and a Twitter account. Don't forget, we have a fanzine. It's available on lansdowneroad.ie. That is lansdowneroad.ie. There's a free fanzine. Gives you loads of tips. The only thing that's missing in it, and I will correct it, is that the tram goes right out to the stadium. Tram from the airport. You can get it right to the stadium. It's called Stadion. That's the name of the stop. So yeah. Right, we're gonna leave it there. See you guys tomorrow. If you see us around Luxembourg, do say hello, as always. And Martin, we'll see you tomorrow as well. Right.
Yep. Right.
We're out of here. I'm David.
Enjoy the day. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Do not interrupt my outro.
He thought the intro was done and he was saying good luck, he's about to leave us.
Exactly. Yeah. You sit right there and be silent. I'm David Dunn. He's Conor McAvoy. He's Conor McAvoy. And you're doesn't work that way. It's strong internet. It's not that strong. And you're Martin Prendergast. Anyway, this is Lansdowne Road, the voice of fans. See you tomorrow.